Might have the ability right now to tap into bigger dreams, visions, new ways of thinking, things that you didn't have access to before, and where they come in to you in a split second, and you might wonder, was that real? Could I really do that? Is that possible? The reason why I highlight this is that on July the 15th, we have a beautiful and Neptune in Aries, and Neptune right now is retrograde. And so whenever we have Uranus, the electric planet, one of the outer planets, however a very powerful one, in the sign of Gemini right now, ruling the mind, the way that we think, technology, there is a very specific undercurrent in this moment in time that I want you to pay attention to really feel into, to keep a journal on you, to keep something to record your ideas that comes in spontaneously, even if it's just on a voice note on your phone. Because you might as well be able to tap into the future right now. If there is a dream, if there is a longing, if there is a way of thinking that crosses your mind suddenly, I would pay attention to it. It could be like an innovative idea. It could be a vision of yourself in the future. I have Neptune in the sign of Aries. This is a very different flavor than the one that we have been used to. Like Neptune moved into Aries this year and was marking a new collective flavoring, moving from the more spiritual realms and dreaminess and, you know, all the consciousness around spirituality that suddenly were being spoken about everywhere into areas that is more about action, taking steps in the direction that you really want. So we have Neptune, the dreams, the dream world, but it's nothing before you take action, because Aries wants you to be moving on something. And at the same time, we are experiencing Uranus in Gemini, and Uranus really likes to be there. It's the revolutionary spirit. Before we had 7 years of Uranus being in the sign of Taurus, and those two are just not really good pals. It's a little bit like watching two guys where one is like super like on fire, electric, oh let's go and do this, and the other one wants to be a couch potato and say like let's just stay at home, and they're constantly fighting about which one should be what they are doing. Whereas if you imagine Uranus and Gemini, they are like best pals. They are like sitting at a bar and getting one idea after the other and plotting against the world order and how they can rebel more. And I think that's interesting when you apply it to your own consciousness, that we can have these beautiful sparks of revolutionary spirit. And I'm not just talking in the consciousness of humankind, I'm talking in the consciousness of yourself, your own revolutions, your own insights of what's possible for you. So right now we're experiencing with this sextile on the 15th of July, beautiful alignment and opportunity to tap into those bigger visions, those bigger dreams that you might want to take action on and making reality, because reality is rewarded. Whenever we have Neptune, Neptune is also, you know, can be the tendency to blur the line, to let things stay just in the unknown ethers, but Aries really light the fire. Gemini in Uranus comes in with the electricity and the air for the fire flame to just really burn. So some suggestions for you to look into for this week when we have this sextile is, again, as I said in the beginning, keep a sort of journal on you, a voice note on your phone, and make sure that every time you have this spark, it could be a sentence, an idea, something coming to you, record it, write it down, ground it, and don't diminish it. Maybe you have thoughts about technology or an invention you want to do, or could be so many things, but just fresh perspectives on what could have been a stagnant mind before. It's now moving, it's now giving you that revolutionary spirit, like the air to the fire, and watch what's happening and trust it. And it could very well also be that you used to have a dream about something specific, and now it doesn't really cling right with you anymore, and you need to be willing to let that go so that bigger dreams can enter your awareness. Another thing as well under this current sky to watch out for would definitely be to look at where maybe you have underestimated yourself and how much you worked for something. Because sometimes when we work for something and we become good at it, we forget how difficult it was in the beginning and we take it for granted. Again, back to the idea of playing the guitar or any instrument, being able to sing at the same time. We reach a point where perhaps we take it for granted because we forget the difficulties of the beginning, and that's where you should not be fooled at this moment. This is where the Neptunian energy, the shadow side of the Neptunian energy, should not take over and make you erase the knowledge that you've come really, really far in a certain field. So this is what I have for you this week. And if you're curious to just work with your own birth chart or have someone take a look at where your potentials lie, perhaps what your soul wants to express in this moment in time, you can reach out to me, and I put my link in the description box below. Give this a like and a subscribe if you like this sort of content, and I hope to see you in another video. Bye for now.